Ditsha and I'm back again with another video today, and this one is very exciting because I did not expect myself to be participating in a readathon. I firstly did not expect myself to be a part of a readathon this year till now, because I was so stuck upon my work. I am still now, so everything is like all crazy going on, but I'm really excited. But luckily an amazing friend of mine hosted a readathon on Instagram, so she did a 7-day 7-book challenge, so in which what you have to do is that you just need to read one book per day. And I did not at all expect that I will be able to be a part of this. I'm so happy and thankful to Mridula for hosting this readathon, and although I know it's not on BookTube, but I thought I'll just mention what all I read, how I liked them, how much I completed, and what I couldn't. And plus I'll be mentioning her Instagram page on the description box below. It's ecstatic yet chaotic. I always end up becoming a little confused spelling her name, but I did. Maybe I'm right, I suppose. But yeah, her name is Mridula and she's such a sweet person and I love her. I just want to show you guys what all books I picked up for this readathon and how many books I completed. Could I do it or not? I don't know, but let's see. So without much further ado, let's get on with the video. So there are a few books that I wanted to read for a long time, but I was just avoiding them. I don't know why, but I did. This time I did read few of them and I really enjoyed it. So let's see what all the books are there. So the first book that I picked up for the readathon was The Last Attractor of Chaos by Abhinav Singh. So this book was sent to me for review and I was actually reading it. I did a little bit of cheating. I was reading this book already, so I thought I need to continue it. So you know, I had to. So yeah, to be honest, I was not really excited about the book. So basically we follow this girl named Shruti, who is an undercover agent kind of a thing, and she's married to a scientist named Ashwin Rathore, who gets killed in order to save Shruti. But the problem is that he goes into the afterlife phase and starts saving Shruti in some way or the other, and Shruti is pregnant with this child, and about, I think, 6 months into the pregnancy, she's basically accused by the entire government that she has stolen a nuclear weapon that India was creating called Kali, and she is trying to use that in some way or the other to destroy India, in a way the whole world, but mainly India. But she is not the one who has been behind it. So basically the person who's trying to help her to prove that she is innocent ends up being the person who is the main villain in a way, and she's the one who's trying to save the entire army plot, but again she's the victim. The author, I think, was trying to make it as a Mission Impossible kind of a thing. The first 3 chapters I really liked and I thought, oh my god, this book is going to be amazing, especially the way Ashwin dies. But then cut to the next chapter, I was like, oh my god, why? So this is basically one of those books that I had to read, so I gave this book a 3-star because of the facts and the way the author thought the plotline will work, but it was so predictable, and I just, by the time it was in the middle of the scenario, I was like, I know the story. I know what's gonna happen. Why am I reading it just because I have to finish it? But yeah. So the next book that I picked up for the readathon was Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. Unfortunately, I was not being able to finish the book because there was a lot of cleaning going on in my place and I had to be a part of it, so I couldn't just finish the book, and I was sad about it because I was almost halfway through and I knew that I'll be able to finish the book if I had a few more hours, but the time limit got over and I was sad and depressed. But how much ever I read, I liked it in a way, but I'm very new to this kind of writing style, and this is the first book that I picked up of John Green, so I was a little amused, and there were, especially the entire characterization of Homesley was portrayed, and it was very fascinating, and at times I could relate to her. I can't say much, but how much ever I read, I'm gonna give this book a 3-star because I read half of it, so I'm gonna just be 3 out of 3. So the next book that I picked up was, firstly, I wanted to read this book for a very long period of time. So this book was actually suggested by my mother first, and then it was suggested to me by a lot of bookstagrammers, booktubers, and they really thought this is going to be very interesting. It's an intense book and I was really excited, so I picked up this book thinking that I'll be able to read it in the readathon, and I did. So the book I picked up was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I I finally read the book. So one book down out of the top 100 kind of thing. So yeah. So this is a story of two young kids, Scout and Jem Finch, who are the children of Atticus, a lawyer in Mayhem County. So basically, Atticus have to defend a black man who has been charged of raping a white girl, which is out of the question. So he basically wanted Scout and Jem to be something of their own, with their own individuality, with their own characteristics, and he really wanted them to understand the reality of life. So the best part about this book was how a child understands the difference between races and classes, and how he tries to mingle with them and understand that okay, there is no such difference. And especially the part of California, I really love Cal. She's such a cute sweetheart. But yeah, there was something about Scout which really astonished me and surprised me. I did not really expect her to turn out in such an amazing character, and I did not really expect her to turn out into such an amazing character. She's something to be looked upon, to be admired. And Jem, he's a man, he's a gentleman, and I really like the entire thing. So yeah, I did not really expect this book would have such a storyline. I really thought when I picked up the books, it's gonna be, there will be mystery, there will be some courtroom drama or something like that, but this one, I liked it. It had everything. It had every single thing, and I was so happy about the book. So I am without a doubt gonna give this book a 5 out of 5 stars, and I really appreciate that I could finally read this book. Thank you, Mridula, for making me read this book. I mean, because of you, the Readathon, I think so. The fourth book that I picked up was The Secret of Sculptures by Monica Thakur. Unfortunately, I could not finish the book. I could not even start the book because I was going crazy with the errands that I had to complete. So I was very disappointed. I wanted to read the book so badly, but yeah, I continued reading this book afterwards because I had to read it for a review, and I really enjoyed it. So this book is basically about two friends, Aditi and Maitri. So they basically meet after their holidays get over in Delhi, and they really have fun in the beginning, and the problem starts occurring when a precious, priceless sculpture gets stolen from Aditi's college, and they do not understand what really exactly happened all of a sudden. And in the meantime, Mr. Seth is one of the persons who always has his mysterious eyes roaming around the entire scenario, and these two girls always end up crossing his path, and they think that there is something fishy about him. But the worst part is that these two girls end up being incorporated in the crime scene, and then the crazy aspect occurs that not only that the event starts unfolding in a mysterious manner, and they are stuck between history and crime and mystery and thriller, but they find out that there is something supernatural about the sculpture, and they do not understand what to do about that. This was the entire book, and I did enjoy it in a little bit, but there was little factors when it comes to the writing style and when it comes to the description of the characterization and a little bit of plotting. I did not really appreciate that. It was a little bit childish kind of a thing. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but yeah, I found it a little childish. But the storyline was very interesting. I was actually hooked with the description, and I really wanted to read it during the readathon, but I couldn't, so I continued with it later on. But yeah, I give this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. There were a lot of facts which had to be worked upon, and I think the next book by the author Monica Thakur will be much more interesting and exciting. The fifth book that I picked up for the readathon was The Mulberry Courtesan by Sakina Karmali. Unfortunately, again, I could not read this book because I was way too much stuck with the other books, and I had to finish them, and I was going crazy, and I was like, oh my god. So yeah, I just could not read it, so I could not know much about it, unfortunately. And the last 3 books that I picked up for the readathon were, so this book has been on my TBR for a very long period of time. Unfortunately, I was not being able to read it because I could not find it where my mother had kept the book, and I added this to the readathon pile, but again, I could not read it because of obvious reasons. So yeah, this book I'll be picking up after I read The Mulberry Courtesan because I really want to read it and see what it is about. I really enjoy Ashwin Sanghi's writing style, his mystery, his stories revolving around history and mythology and killing and thrillers. They are just like beauty. They are like amazing. So I cannot wait to read this book. Yeah, so this was my entire pile for the readathon challenge, and I am really disappointed with myself. I just completed 2 books, and I completed 2 books halfway through. I do not know what to do and how to react to this situation, but all I can say is that thank you, Mridula, for hosting this amazing readathon, and I participated for the first ever time, and I'm so happy. And I think for the upcoming readathons, I'm pretty piped up, and I know I'll be able to finish reading the books that I'm supposed to, and I have learned from my mistake. I am going to be choosing the books that I know I'll be able to read it. Those were some intense books that I had, and I think I should be wise enough to choose the books that I think I can read it and manage something somehow. But yeah, I in this readathon found a love for audiobooks, and I'm happy about that. So thank you again so much. All I'm gonna say at the end is thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed the pile of books that I chose for the readathon, even though I know that I won't be able to finish it. Thank you guys. I will be mentioning all the links, everything in the description box below for you to go grab the books, or just follow me on my social media, or just look at the blog, or just check out Mridula's Instagram account. She's amazing. And yeah, thank you again. I'll be back again. Till then, bye bye.